Here are the lessons that I've learned from running 8 marathons at 18 years old. These are life lessons and actual marathon running and ultra marathon running lessons that I'm going to give to you as well. If you watch all of this video and apply the lessons that I give, whether that's in the running or in the mindset or just the physical training, your life is going to improve no matter what, because these are applicable to so many other forms of training and areas of life as well. So I'm currently 18 years old, traveling in Southeast Asia, and I've been running a marathon a month since October. I have 3 more marathons left to hit 8. I've got 2 in the south of Thailand and 1 in Cambodia. And I don't like long distance running. And a lot of people don't understand why I do them, but it's for the lessons that long distance running teaches me. I don't give a fuck about the health benefits. And the first lesson that I learned is discipline and consistency is above all. With discipline and with consistency, you can do absolutely anything. If you're consistent with something, you're already further than halfway there, because sticking to things is how you eventually learn how to do them. You get good enough to do them, you get skilled enough to do them through consistency, through by never giving up, pushing through when times are hard, through discipline, doing things that need to be done regardless of how you feel. You will eventually, you're not sure when, but you will get to where you need to go through discipline and through consistency and by taking it daily action. And I just have the mindset of you cannot fail if you never give up. And once you think like that, you've won already, you've just got to wait. And the next point is now an actual long distance race point, is that nutrition plays such a key role in your races. The last marathon that I done, my nutrition was absolutely horrific. It was the worst it's ever been, and it was the worst marathon I've ever done. In Vientiane in Laos, I didn't eat properly at all before. We woke up at 2:30 in the morning. I had some nuts, I had a bit of coconut water, and that was sort of it. And then on the run, I had some nuts again, and I can't even remember what else I had. I did not eat a lot at all, and I sweated so much. It was ridiculous. I lost so much fluid. By the end of it, I was running on absolutely nothing. I felt awful for the whole run. This was because we couldn't properly access the fuel. We bought everything sort of the night before and we couldn't find the things we needed to find. It was just a shambles and I felt absolutely awful. Why? On this next one, I'm taking it so seriously because it just completely ruined me not eating correctly on the last one. What you really want to be doing is, I found when I was back in England, the best way to eat before was 6 eggs with 3 slices of sourdough and then some fruit and some honey as well, maybe a glass of orange juice, carbs, fueling up with some fats and some proteins as well for the sustainability. But you really do want to be focusing on carbs because this is what's going to fuel your body for the run. When you are running as well, you want things like cereal bars, even sweets. Obviously you get running energy gels as well, but you save them more towards the end of the run instead of having them initially. You really want to be eating solid food to start with. It is much easier when you do official races because they set up aid stations and they've got all the food and stuff there. So if not, you're going to have to carry like a hydration pack, which is what I would normally do. 2 litres of water in there, all my gels and all my food as well. And the next point is sort of a running point, but also sort of just a general goal point as well. And that is focus on the daily actions. You need to just focus on the day, what you can do today to move you closer to your goals, instead of focusing on the long-term picture, because the daily actions are what lead to your results and the final outcome. You've got to focus on the inputs, not the outputs. This obviously applies to running, but this applies to so many other things as well. Whether you're trying to start a business and you're making content in social media, focus on the posting today, you're not focusing on the whole picture. Whether you're trying to get in shape, focus on going to the gym, what you can do in the gym. Whether it's running, you focus on the run at hand that you're currently on, what you can do in the day, your recovery, stuff like that, to apply to the bigger picture. But yeah, focusing on daily action is very important for so many things in life. And the next point is training your mind, because if you do not learn how training your mind works, you're in trouble for these long distance runs and even the training, because if I didn't have the mindset that I had, especially for my first ultra, when I was training the cold Saturday mornings, I used to do my long runs. Every single Saturday, my alarm would go off at 5 in the morning and it was freezing in the UK. You chuck on all your warm clothes and you'd go out and run for 20 miles and I'd be out for 3.5 hours. And it was so bad going on my own. My headphones usually would die halfway through. I'd just be running in silence. But I could get through all of that because I had the correct mindset and I understood about training my mind and the pain was good for me. And thinking of it this way, and by going through things that made me feel resistance and actually committing to them, helped me train my mind and become a mentally strong individual. And it's training your mind is as simple as finding something you don't want to do and that you feel resistance towards, and then just consistently overcoming it. And it is as simple as that. And the next is another race point, and that is breaking the race down. It's something I sort of naturally do, and I have always done with my races, is just breaking the race down into sections, because you don't want to think as soon as you set off, right, 42 kilometers to go if you're running a marathon, you want to break it down. You want to think, right, at 6K, I'm gonna, even having a drink, I'm gonna stop for 30 seconds and have a drink. At 10K, I'm gonna eat a cereal bar, whatever. Doing this, it just breaks it down into little moments where you can take a very small rest, and just by breaking it down, you have something to look forward to. And I find this just works for me by breaking it down like this instead of just thinking 0 to 42, just break it down into steps: when you're gonna have a drink, when you're gonna stop, when you're gonna eat, etc., stuff like that. And turn around points as well. For example, if you run a loop, it's much easier when you run a loop because you can break it down into sections as well. Like when I done a 31 miler, it was a 7 kilometer course, so you ran it 7 times or 7 and a bit times, something like that. You can go a bit insane when you run courses if it's for a long period of time and you're just doing like constant loops. But anyways, and then my last point is that training is everything. It is all about the actions that you take when no one's watching. Training is going to determine how your actual race goes, how your life goes for other things as well, whether it's in the gym and your performance, whether you're an athlete. It's all going to be determined by the work that no one sees. And training is so important. The last marathon that I'd done, I wasn't really training. It was like, because I just came off the back of so many marathons, I thought I was the bollocks. And I trained I reckon I went on 3 or 4 runs in a month, and that is just not good enough. And that's probably why I got the marathon that I deserved, because it was the worst marathon I've ever done. I felt like shit, the nutrition was shit, and I got punished for it. But this month I've been smashing the training, running loads, still going gym, but have done more running as well than I was doing, because I was literally just going gym, which is actually counterproductive in the way that I've been training for like hypertrophy. But yeah, training is everything. And those are the lessons that I've been taught by Mr. Marathon and all the long distance running that I've been doing. But I'm gonna hit 8 marathons before I turn 19, and then fuck long distance running for a while. I'm gonna focus on doing something else. New challenge, conquered the long distance running. Maybe it's more ultras, maybe it's high roxes, maybe it's have some combat sport fights, because that's something I've wanted to do for a very long time. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found some value from the lessons that I've learned, and I hope you can apply them into your life. But you can also check out my one-to-one online fitness coaching links in the description. If you want help starting to get in shape, or if you're already in shape but you want to level up your game, check out my links in the description, and you can check out some free stuff like my supplement stack and my photo protocol. Apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.